welcome Aquarians. I've been having a lot of sort of confusion and technical issues this morning, so I'm a bit all over the place. But let's see if I can get focused and do you a reading for the next sort of few weeks in the energy of the skies. Now, if you're wherever you're finding this message, your overall message that I got this morning is moving forward, or rather, keep looking ahead, new horizons. All right. Now, what's really, really interesting is I'm using the Voyagers tarot today, and that's what it looks like twice on the shuffle of clearing the deck from the last reading I did for Scorpions. You got Chariot popped out twice. Okay, now we know if you follow the tarot cards readers on the YouTube, or you're familiar with the tarot, Chariot is very much about moving forward, racing forward, and sort of moving towards new horizons. So I really feel that message is so poignant, because the guided messages I got for all the card readings today, I actually meditated on them while I was in bed this morning and went through each of the signs and then took notes. Okay, so fascinating. All right, so these channels, when people do them, it takes a lot of time. And often we're already in the energy field of the reading before we even come to the actual table to do the recording. Anyway, so I've got, like I said, 3 cards here. I'm going to actually fan this, the multi-dimensional deck out for you, and this is going to be your card. I want to keep things quite simple and time effective. All right, so they're all facing down. Let's have a look at what's coming up for you. So the first card I've got here is the Learner. Okay, I've got the Child of Crystals. It's come up on the inversion. Okay, I feel like in some way here for you Aquarians, you've done a lot of learning already. Okay, this is on the upright and this is on the inversion. So I will say this, that in some way you guys have really done a lot of work already, and up to this point you've looked at things, you've kind of teased things out, you've looked at from the inside, from the outside, you've been trying different things out, you've been sort of working on yourself, you've been sort of eradicating anything that has no purpose in your life anymore. I feel like, you're wanting to birth new things as well. And there's been a lot of clearing out that you've been doing as well. And this is about also you having learnt. Okay, Aquarians, you've learnt a lot of lessons in the years coming up to this moment. There's been a lot more, I feel, than maybe some of the signs as well. And I think now it's time for you perhaps to release some of the things that you've learned, to start carving out something new. Okay, so definitely new horizons. I feel like also some of you have been doing a lot of inner child work, talking to your inner child, boy, girl, whatever, and really using that as an effort to actually sort of get clear on what it is that it's important for you to do. If not, then this is also encouraging you at this point to really maybe sort of have conversations with your inner child, and maybe wonder, and sort of check in with what it is that I really love doing, what it is that I need to be doing. I bumped into this sort of friend stroke client who actually did reading for, and she was actually sharing, recently that she'd sort of remembered what she used to love doing as a child. And she's kind of got really excited, and I could see that she was very animated in this. And really what's amazing is, she sort of probed this question, sort of saying, well, I don't know if I should do it because I was only a child when I used to really like that. And I looked at her and I said, well, actually, that is the very thing you want to be doing. She'd always used to play with these, cut out dolls. Do you remember? I used to get the cardboard and dress them up. She loved doing that. She was just very good. And this is something that she has suddenly come to the reality of realizing and seeing clearly that that's what she wants to do, so become this wardrobe stylist and stuff. So things like that. Maybe you have had things from your past that's coming up, being seen. You've learned a lot, and now you've been excavating for a while, looking at what life has been showing you as well, who belongs, who doesn't need to belong, who your clients are going to be, who they're not going to be, all that kind of stuff. Aquarius, you've really done a great job. I will say this, whatever placing, Aquarius, by the way, if you're a cross watcher as well, you might be looking at maybe what your partner's doing now and sort of coming where she's at or he's at, particularly as well, people with Aquarius North Node. You might even feel that you've really kind of come to the reality check of what your soul is calling out for you to do, and tapping into that truth, okay, as we come to this point. So let's have a look here. We've got the Eight of Cups again. You know, look at this. I mean, talk about the readings really matching. Okay, this is also again in the inversion. Great stuff. It is in the inversion because this is a card of stagnation, and we know the Eight of Cups in traditional tarot. The guy is walking away from all that it's experienced. In the traditional tarot, we've got 8 cups. There's one missing, and it is very much about that. Again, it really goes hand in hand with these 2 cards. You know now what's not going to give you any happiness. You've really learned very clearly people you want to work for, people you don't want to work for, what kind of energy they are. You know, you might go into a work environment and you find that there's somebody there who, you know, you could have tried out for something, maybe just given it a, you know, to explore it, and you find that there's a member of staff there that's really miserable or just giving you bad vibes, and you think, you know what, I like this place, but I'm not going to actually put myself up to work in an environment like this because of this one person, because you already know that people like that are going to make your life really difficult in your life. And I feel like Aquarians, you have learned, you've seen what makes you despondent, you've seen what drags you down, you've seen the energy that's stagnated. Okay, and I think this waking up, this new horizons, this sort of, you know what it is you want, and you've just got to keep looking ahead, keep focused, looking ahead, your ideal life, your vision, the energy you want to feel. Aquarians, this is really, really great. And even in this sort of first card, if you look at that sort of moon or this ball of planet, it's just very light. I want you to keep your focus on that light. What is going to light me up? What energy, what sort of the energy of light is the sun energy. It's a bit like the Leo energy, which we're actually going into. But, you know, I want you to use that as your point of focus. All right, anything else, any kind of opportunities that's come your way and you're mulling over it, if it doesn't light you up, you want to leave it behind. Let's look at that. Oh my God, okay, we've got the Sun card here as well. Okay, so this is really important. You know, talking about the pathway that you need to go for, you know, it's really important that, you know, I mean, this says it all. I've just said it, you know, that you need to go towards that light. Now, this light, this is the new horizon. The sun is pointing a new way of joy. I mean, you can't make this thing up. I love it when it works like this, you know. Yeah, this is now time for you to see what form of abundance. Where do I want to put my energy? How am I going to put my service out there that where I'm valued and can earn a really substantial income? You can see that coins all stacked up. You know, maybe it's a lovers here, you know, on that side, on the far side of the card, just over here. You know, this camera is so back to front that I can't even work it out. I'm going to have to sort out my filming, but I do try and do as much as I can because there's always lots going on in my life. So just as much as spend time trying to get the camera down, when it comes to recording, I seem to it's sort of like back to forward and forwards to backwards. But anyway, the message is what's important here. I feel like in some way, again, you know, like you've learned here, we've got a butterfly in this image. If you look at the card very clearly, okay, on the right hand side, we can see the butterfly again flying. You know, you've come out of this sort of stagnation, you've learned things, you're releasing, you're coming out the dark. You know, when you're in a cocoon, you're in this dark passage of breaking down. I feel like also with this sort of sphinx looking or pharaoh looking image there as well, that she's looking ahead. Her gaze is sharp, looking ahead and almost not being distracted. Okay, a bit like the chariot card, which is very much about movement forward. Okay, and like I said, keep looking ahead and new horizons. I mean, I'm just bowled over as well myself to say that these messages that came through are so in keeping with these cards that have been just, you know, randomly selected at this time. So I feel like keep your you know, there is something coming. There is some news coming. Okay, so I don't even want to say keep your options open. I just want you to know that something is being delivered to you that perhaps you've been waiting, okay, and you need to actually reach it with the arms open wide. If you're feeling a bit stagnant as well, some of you might still feeling a bit like blah, not quite sure, I suggest that you go outside when it's sunny, you open your arms in this sort of bodywork position, which is a power position of power, position of receiving. You keep your knees bent, your feet parallel, slightly sort of, keep the standing and your balance really accurate, and extend your arms, palms facing up, so you can actually allow the sunlight to come through into your palms of your hand. And you can close your eye, think about your solar plexus, and bring that sun energy so you can start feeling alive again, empowered and powerfully, focused. All right, this will also help you to release any stagnation that could have got into your energetic field or sense of kind of stagnation. Wow. Aquarians, you'll be moving into something. There's going to be some good news. Please do comment and let me know if any of this resonates or has happened or is going to happen. And I feel that this is actually definitely energy of what's going to be coming in for yourselves, Aquarius. You've been waiting for this for so long, okay, and you have actually been generating this wish, if you like, really putting it up in the skies. Like, I feel like I can imagine you looking up the skies and looking at the stars and maybe wanting a a shooting star to fall down and say, this is what I want. Or if you're looking at the stargazing or planet gazing, you're kind of feeling the energy of what you want. And I really feel that this is now coming in. I feel like with some of you, there's definitely going to be an improvement in the finances as well. All right, and also in your relationships, there could be some new loving coming in. There's going to be nice, fluid, calm energy of what you are going to be receiving as well. I don't see anything really negative about this card. I really feel in some way that you are moving out for sure, out of the stagnation and maybe the repeat patterns of going round and round in areas that's really not served you. And I feel like some of you have really got to a point that you can now really clearly see that and shed it quite quickly. If you're still stagnant like some of you, you can even imagine the image of a waterfall just sweeping it, washing it away from your body, all right, or any negative memory, recall you might have. This is very much time now to move away from anything that doesn't serve you, okay, and just trust yourself. Very important. Okay, so this card, which I just flipped open earlier as I was speaking, from the multi-dimensional oracle card, is the bee. I love the bee. Okay, now you can see it's very industrious. Like I said, I feel like you've been learning a lot, you've been doing a lot, really putting the effort out there, but the industriousness, I feel, comes more from the inner world, your inner life, your work that you've done on yourself. Okay, I think you've been really wanting to carve a life of sweetness, as you can see, in a sense of belonging. You've been wanting to go towards people you belong to, towards communities that you want to belong to, start setting up things that you feel that you're really right for you, which means it's a belonging to the self. All right, now the bee also, of course, as we know, is very industrious. It goes from flower to flower. And it picks up pollen. So I think as well, this is about you really picking up things that's right for you, and really kind of, harnessing on the quality of life and what you want to build. Okay, I feel like a really sense of building, and this really is about the new horizons. There's something new calling you, all right, where you're going to be able to really build on your life. Okay, I feel also at this time, listening to your inner intuitive guidance, very, very important for you to spread your wings and start, sort of moving towards the community. I feel with some of you Aquarians as well is very important. I really believe a lot of you Aquarians, you'll be moving away from things that have been stagnated now. Friends who have old, maybe some people you used to hang out with, hobbies that you've done, maybe haven't got the same appeal or that same kind of element of light for you, for sure. In the next few weeks, you will be experiencing this and moving forward. Okay, so I'm going to move now on to the angel cards here for you, Aquarians. Let's see. Last reading I did trinkets. This time we're going to do angel cards. We're going to see what comes up. It'll be one card, but if there's 2 or 3 sticking, I will take those. Okay. All right, we've got one here as well. Wow. Lovely. Aquarians, power. The power lies in you. This is again the solar plexus card. The power of the sun radiating. You hold the power in your hands. If you see this little scepter there, it's the power is with you, and I really feel that you are getting this. You really understand this, that I am a powerful individual. Okay, I can manifest what I want. I can move towards new horizons that are beckoning me, and I hold the power in my hands. I also feel like with you guys as well that there's, that you might be tuning into something, maybe making some new connections, and know that you're seen as somebody with the authority of that, your work, or even in a relationship, you're coming up as being quite learned, mature and powerful. Such a lovely card, angel card. And again, if you don't feel that right now, call on the angel of power. Okay, it's there for you for the taking. It's there for you to embrace. It's there for you to actually call in and really wrap it around you. I really feel this is a beautiful, beautiful reading. Let's see now where the chakra pebbles. Now, those who've been following me, yours know I like to give you a chakra. I really recommend them. It's just one chakra per, if you're a regular a chakra therapist, Reiki master, or a light worker that works with the chakras, you're really familiar with it, and you might actually tune that as a matter of course, and it's great. I really recommend it. I do this regularly, so there's nothing I offer and to suggest to do for you guys to do without me actually having done that or do it. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so this is the crown chakra now. All right, so again, a real clear, powerful manifestation. If you actually look at this card as well, there's that kind of elements of the petals around the head. This is about really tuning in to the brightness of source energy here. Okay, and I've set the camera up deliberately, so we've got this always on the side here. So if you look at the brightness, the sunlight, the energy beam comes through the crown chakra all the time, and it does move through all our chakras. But if we're blocked in these areas as well, don't really don't allow the inspiration to come through. But I feel in your case, Aquarius, like I said, you've done a lot of the work, and this is now a time to really be mindful about opening your crown chakra. Okay, so sitting quietly, perhaps allowing imagine you've got a crown on your head, like a princess crown. Even look at this power, has a crown on his head. It's like as if you earned this crown. But to keep yourself fully engaged as well, allow the energy, the light energy to come through your crown. I even noticed it here on the bee. If you look at just above the antenna, where the feelers are of the bee is lit up. This area is what lights us up. Okay, that's what the inspiration comes from, and it comes from divine source as well. Okay, this is the crown is the access point for the all-knowing, the trust in the divine, letting go and letting God. All right, and then that is when you actually allow, like the sun radiates, and you allow yourself to move forward. So I really recommend that you do some crown chakra meditation, visualization, or imagine the light, the power light coming through the crown from the top of your head. Let the energy, this bright light, just come swarming into your mind, clearing all that mental debris, all that stagnation, the overthinking, okay, and the overdoing, and and trusting. You might have an agenda. I'll give you an example. You might have an agenda that you're going to do this, and this on this day, on this particular day, and you find that actually you can't do it, or you're really not quite doing it. It's not lighting you up. This is what you need to let go of, this having to do, this is stagnant, old patriarchal educational crap. All right, this is about, you've learned now that inspiration comes when it comes. I know some of you in sort of very much work structure, you might find that doesn't work for you anymore. Most of you, and a lot of you, need to start really tuning into what's true for you, and allowing that, crown chakra to light you up and to lead you into a life, into a new horizon that is calling. Okay, so do look ahead, release any doubt, any stagnation, and any fear, and just keep on looking ahead. Keep your goals and your focus ahead, like those two. All right, and I can guarantee, and I'd very much like to know what your experiences are, Aquarians. Do comment, obviously do like, and all the usual stuff, that the videos will really help. I've not done these videos for a long time, so the viewers are very small ranking, and obviously I love doing these, and it'd be really wonderful if I could continue to do them so other people can benefit from the channel as well. But I'm going to end it here, Aquarians. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. I really truly hope that you got something from that, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.